I'm not a real fan of horror movies. Okay.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey, we go again, eh?
That's right. It's been a while. They won't have seen any difference, but for us, we've had a few weeks off. You got a haircut. You're making me look really bad today.
Yeah, I've tried to, in case all the fans out there, think I get a little scruffy for an old while.
Oh, well, I got no excuse. I am scruffy, unfortunately.
That's okay. You're allowed
I got
to
to find a day where I'm not working and get my hair cut, right?
Yeah, right on.
So I think it's time to go back to another horror movie, and it's time to do one from the 80s again. We were off from both of those for, well, for us it was quite a while, like I said, but I guess technically it was 2 videos ago that we watched Dawn of the Dead. So this time we're gonna watch Nightmare on Elm Street.
I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it, though.
No, I didn't think you did. Do you know the name of the killer? He's one of the more famous horror movie killers.
Yeah, I probably do, but I can't come up.
That's okay. It'll come up in the movie, of course.
Of course it will.
Yeah, we'll catch it that way. I got to tell you though, I'm a big fan of this movie, and I'm excited to watch it. But I'm kind of doubly excited to watch it because like there's no way that 10-year-old Chad would have expected to watch this movie with his dad like 35 years later.
There you go.
That's crazy sauce. But you know what? I'm excited.
Good point.
Yeah, I know. I was a big fan.
You were 10 when you watched it?
Probably. This one.
Your parents had no discipline.
You know what? Bad parenting. That's the problem right there. This one was big for me when I was a kid, and actually it scared the poo out of me. It probably won't do the same for you, but it did when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Even the opening scene, which we'll see in a minute here, I literally had to get up and leave the room when it was playing and then come back and watch. I ended up watching it again
by yourself?
afterwards. No, I was watching it with Mom, and I left the room. I watched a lot of horror movies with Mom. She was okay with that, so for better or worse, she was okay with that.
Look what you turned into, though. A monster.
The best monster. All right, well, let's get going on the movie, because then we can talk about it, enjoy it. All right, Nightmare on Elm Street, let's go. This is the scene that freaked me out. And it's so simple.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Tools of the trade, eh?
Mm-hmm. Me and my buddy Mike made a glove like this.
Oh, yeah,
We made one each.
right. I still can't remember his name, but I remember the slasher thing.
Yeah, he's got the glove.
What the hell's she doing in a place like that anyhow? Oh, Nightmare.
On Elm Street.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tell yourself that's all it is, right while you're having it, Once you do that.
Look at that head of hair, eh?
They've all got it.
Yeah.
Drag racing outside, I think, Mom. Listen, Mom, I gotta go. I think there's been an accident. Right. I'll call the police. Right, I'll call the police.
Well, what about the fingernails? Actually, they were more like finger knives or something he'd made himself.
Yes, they were.
That's impossible.
The way he looked up when they talked about the sweater, do you think he had the same dream too?
And the what?
The same dream?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought that almost when he was running away and not answering.
That's true, yeah. Mm-hmm. Ow.
Whoop.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop.
I'll sleep in study hall.
Look at those eyes, eh?
So blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine are kind of gray, but they always kind of have been, but
Yeah, but those are, I've never seen them like that.
no.
Nancy! Come on, let go of my arm.
Who's that guy?
John Saxon, he's in
Right.
a lot of stuff. Do you know him?
Yeah.
What do you know him from?
I think he was a police guy or something on a TV show, I think.
That makes sense. Yeah, he's got that sort of TV star level of fame, but he did a lot of horror movies.
Okay, really? Okay.
Yeah, 60s and especially in the 70s. He went to Italy and did a bunch.
Tina? Who are you?
Ew.
Yeah, those gloves were quite a thing for a while, weren't they?
They were, absolutely. He was very iconic.
Back to work.
Yeah, right. We're not going to talk about this, yeah.
How could somebody be under the covers with you guys without you knowing about it?
How the fuck do I know? I don't expect you to believe me anyway.
What did he look like?
Couldn't see him, could he?
Nope.
But I thought it was just another nightmare. Like the one I had the night before. Hey, you think I did it?
No, she knows the truth. He still have blood on his hands?
Nancy?
Oh, we didn't kill her. Okay.
No.
Stay awake.
Yeah. Are they a family of truckers? I can't imagine why they would have that otherwise.
Get inside before somebody sees you.
Ow! I hit my head.
Yeah, the lattice to climb up. Perfect.
How long was he waiting out there for her to, like, open the window?
Yeah, you wonder.
Here's what we're gonna do,
It's dark in here.
and it's not what you're thinking.
Thanks for nothing, Glenn.
And there he is. Back up, guard.
Yeah, woke up the same time she did.
Good.
I was having a bad dream. And what did you do, you shit?
Well, I woke up in time.
Are you okay? Yeah, it was just a little dream, that's all. I'm going right back to sleep.
Little dream.
Yeah.
Make him look like he hanged himself, eh?
Yeah. Doesn't have to worry about his unsolved murder anymore.
Nope.
A murder followed by a suicide.
He's dead, eh?
Yep.
He didn't slash him, though.
No, I guess he wanted it to look like suicide.
And he uses these knives like giant fingernails.
Everyone's got to dream, young lady. If you don't dream, you go.
Okay.
If I could sleep with those things on or not. I'd be twisting and turning, they'd probably come off.
Right? Plus a bunch of people watching you, even if they're from another room, it'd be really hard to get comfortable.
Yeah.
They'd have to have really nice beds to make up for it.
What the hell are dreams anyway?
Of course, smoking.
In the hospital. Well, institute, I guess. Her hair turned white.
Oh, did it?
A little bit, yep.
I saw the white hair. Was that hers?
That's her from Fear.
Oh, okay.
Something out from my throat.
Ooh, she's got his hat.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed it off his head.
Mm.
I gotta go.
Mom's hiding her drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Rod didn't kill Tina. And he didn't hang himself. It's this guy.
Ooh.
Avoid everything happening to me by just getting good and loaded.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's just as simple as that.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Booby traps and improvised anti-personnel devices?
Don't try and sneak into a room, Glenn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a danger. Whoa.
Gross.
I guess that won't be a problem.
Yeah, I don't think those will keep out old Freddy.
No.
He seems to go through.
Yeah, he's coming from the inside.
Yeah.
Security. Security.
Same type of bottle. She's obviously got a favorite brand or drink.
Looked like vodka, actually.
I thought so too. Or maybe I don't know, yeah. Or a gin that was in the freezer, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Bottle just made me think it was vodka, that's all.
It could be either. It's definitely a clear one.
Oh, yeah.
It's not wine.
No, not scotch or rye or...
No. It's a hard liquor.
He was a filthy child murderer who killed at least 20 kids in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I even took his knives.
Mm-hmm.
There they are.
I see your mom went ape at the security store today. You look like the prisoner is Zenda or something.
You see me struggling, so you wake me up. We both come out, you whack the fucker, and we got him.
How's he even going to get into her house?
Yes.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
I may not sleep tonight. Maybe I will.
Ah, well. Just don't dream about Freddy and you'll be fine.
Mm.
Glenn.
Oh, fell asleep.
Mm-hmm.
You guys turning in?
Pretty soon. Now get to bed.
Mm-hmm.
He's in bed.
Yes, he is. Well, sort of. On bed, anyway.
On bed, yeah, that's right.
Almost midnight, so that helped him.
Yeah.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Not working. Maybe it is. Maybe she's just pretending she's sleeping. Yep.
Got a backup coffee machine.
Right. Everybody's got one of those.
Right? One for the bedroom. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. A good alcoholic does that anyhow.
Yeah, she's got practice.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Uh-oh.
Glenn!
Oh, yeah, right.
I'm sure he'll hear you.
Yeah, well, that's pretty clever.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
La, la.
TV in bed, eh?
I never got that when I was a kid.
No. Ron and I had a TV in our bedroom.
Yeah, you mentioned that, folks.
He doesn't use the normal entrances, does he?
No.
Oh, wow. Geyser.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of blood in a kid. I'm not sure about that, but...
Science says no, but that's okay. That is a lot of blood.
Good screamer, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You know what she's doing, eh?
Yeah. Little trip line, eh?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't walk it. Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. What was the monster in that one with the motel?
Norman Bates.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably nail her dad.
Take some booze.
Oh, no, no.
Okay, that's good.
It'd be hard to sleep with all those sirens going on.
Yeah. Well, you drink yourself to sleep, right? Okay. Got everything in place to wake her up. She's got her
Yes,
watch, her alarm clock, her dad, maybe.
Yeah, he's got his hand back on.
Yep. Of course. Hey, dog's playing pool.
What kind of a house do they live in?
Well, I think she might be in a dream right now.
Yeah, well, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Back into the steam.
Boiler room, yep.
Yeah.
Freddy's house. They even put a label on them in case we didn't make the connection. Make sure we know they belong to Glenn. Ooh. Oof.
I'm crazy after all.
Everything's under control!
Get my back, you asshole!
Right. That one wasn't even planned.
Daddy, help me! Please!
Maybe I better go tell the lieutenant.
Yeah. Maybe do the thing you were told to do.
Yeah, pretty good little plan going there, didn't she?
Yeah.
Hasn't stopped him, but he's slowed him down pretty good, hasn't he?
Yeah. No, she's fighting back pretty good.
Get up here! We got a fire up here, too!
Mm-hmm. Whoa. Well, that's not normal.
Turn your back.
Yep.
I know the secret now. This is just a dream.
Oh, I feel like $1,000,000. They say you bottomed out when you can't remember the night before. Baby, I'm gonna stop drinking. I just don't feel like it anymore. Did I keep you awake last night? You look a little bit peaked.
I guess I just slept heavy.
Okay. I'll see you.
Nothing on her arm now.
No. It's all a dream, like she said.
Yep.
Hi, everybody.
They're all alive, too.
Looking good, girl.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I gather that.
Yeah,
I gather
absolutely. So pop quiz, you're the pop, here's your quiz. Let's make this one just a little bit different. So what was the last nightmare you had? Do you remember?
I can't, because, nightmares, you remember them when you wake up, you don't remember them.
No, and that's true.
But I do remember having a dream, and it wasn't a bad one, but I can't remember anything about it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The last one I remember freaking me out was something with, everybody was gone, like my family and everybody was gone.
Yeah.
And that one freaked me out pretty good. But
I can remember one when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah, and it really scared the hell out of me.
What was that?
Huh?
What was that?
Well, our bedroom were, like the door was here, my brother was there, and my bed was here.
Yeah.
And there was something that was chasing me, and I knew I could get to the light. It would go.
Yep.
And I was going, I could not make the light. And I was trying to reach the light. It's just, I can't remember if he got me or not, but I could remember just trying to reach for the light.
There was one that scared the hell out of me when I was a kid, and I don't know what age I was at this point, but everything was dark, and I could see these white teeth, and then they bit me on the balls.
See, mine was bad. Mine was more violence than mine.
No.
See, I never watched horror movies when I was a kid.
I think I got bit by a zombie. It was horrible. Yeah. So, Nightmare on Elm Street, there you go. Directed by Wes Craven, who's he started out very indie, and I think by the end of his career, he became kind of almost for a while the face of horror in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think obviously you can see it had some actors that you recognize, like John Saxon and Johnny Depp.
I didn't recognize Johnny Depp.
No, and it's funny because
which kid was he?
He was the one who got sucked into the bed. He was Glenn.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, the other guy almost could have looked like him too, right? A little taller than him or whatever. Yeah. But I mean, basically, same hair. All the guys except for John Saxon had the same hair, right?
He has the same kind of hair on the TV series as a cop too.
I think at least in this movie, it was a wig because he was fairly bald by this point.
Okay.
Yeah, because he did a lot of movies. Like I said, Italian movies. Again, it always comes back to the Italians.
Yeah, right.
He did a bunch of Italian movies.
He had westerns, not
he would. I think
shows.
that's where they did everything. They did whatever they could make that was marketable. Financially marketable. You got it. As long as they could make money. Yeah, and it obviously it launched Freddy into superstardom for sure.
It did that, didn't it?
Yeah. The second movie was really, really bad. And it almost killed the series, to tell you the truth. But the third one came out. The third one was hugely popular, and then it just continued on from there.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they did a remake. Actually, this is an interesting question. Okay, so they did a remake, and there's only really nobody likes the remake. Like, it's not good. In general, remakes are not that well received, but sometimes they are. But this one was really not. And they sort of changed one thing, depending on how you look at it. So what did Freddy, in this movie, what did Freddy do to make the parents kill him, to make the parents burn him up, the story that the mother told?
I couldn't get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate, because the question is basically, in this, he killed the children, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay,
Yeah.
All the kids, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing of that is that in the new movie, it talks about him also, the children and killing them.
Yeah, okay.
And even though it didn't say it in this movie, I think just growing up, it was fairly clear that's what he did, right? It was maybe because it was the 80s and you were always afraid about that stranger danger thing,
right.
Or whatever it was, or just that's what serial killers do, right? That's just
true enough. Yeah.
Right? So it was expected, even though I think there was a line that got cut from the script or something like that.
Okay. The original one.
Yeah, in the original movie, and then for the script, they were going to put something in, but they didn't want to include it because it was too dark.
Oh, yeah.
But I think for most people watching it, it was implied at least, or understood that that's what he was doing.
Likely, yeah.
Yeah. So when people talk about the new one and the fact that they say it, and for me, as someone who watched this one way back when, I felt like it was certainly implied, or at least understood by the fans.
Well, particularly if you watch the sequel.
Well, that's true. Well, the remake tells you for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. No, he becomes funnier as he goes along, and he gets a bit more comedy. But this one was definitely the dark version.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten. I actually watched it not that long ago, and they played it.
The sequel.
Yeah, no, this one.
Oh, really?
No, the remake I watched once and never again. But they played this one in the theaters, sort of just after COVID, because there was no movies to play, right? Like
Making it showing. Yeah, okay,
yeah, there was
fair
nothing getting made, so they played some older movies, and so I had a chance to watch it. And I'd forgotten that from the time he wakes or she wakes up and pulls him out, he doesn't have his hat on.
Of course you wouldn't have.
No,
You didn't have it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just,
I
but
didn't
it's
notice
so
that.
iconic.
Yeah, I did notice it, but I never thought about it.
No, and it's just so iconic. Like
Yeah.
in general, he's rarely seen without it most of the time, or at least that's how you think of him. He's got his hat, he's got his red and green sweater. So
The first time you see him, he's got his hat on.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, almost the rest of the movie. And even when she's in the dream with him, he has it. He basically is chasing her at one point, and it just kind of disappears off his head. Doesn't really matter, but it was just one of those things, and I guess I never really triggered on it before. The ending there, everything after she rebukes him and he like turns into stardust or whatever.
Yeah.
That was added by the producers.
That was what?
Added by the producers.
Really?
Yeah, they
wanted to kill the series, eh?
Exactly. They wanted a franchise, and so they got to make sure that he is back. And later sequels do sort of talk not about what happens at the end, but they basically imply that none of that happens after he fades away, it really happened, right? Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you think of his makeup?
Well, that was pretty good.
I liked it, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a real fan of horror movies. 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 I'm not a real fan of horror movies.
Oh, wow. Geyser.
I'm not a real fan of horror movies. I'm not a real fan of horror movies.
A pretty good little plan going there, didn't she? Yeah.
Hasn't stopped them, but it's slowed it down pretty good. Yeah. I'm not a real fan of horror movies, but I thought this one was well done. You know, and that kind of helped. And there was a story.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Not just, slashers and that sort of thing. So, no, it was, the makeup was good. I thought the acting was pretty good. All in all, I was somewhat pleasantly surprised. And it wasn't as horror movie as I thought. There was not a lot of slashing.
No.
But there was suspense and the music and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
It was really quite well done.
Yeah. No, I mean...
I wouldn't necessarily watch it again, but I did not enjoy that. It was... I wasn't sure when it started, but I actually liked the very beginning.
What part about it?
I can't remember.
Okay, that's fine.
I remember the beginning. I thought, this is really good stuff.
Where she's like running through the boiler room, or more when they started talking about their dreams, and it suddenly became clear they were all having these dreams.
Oh, but even before that, it was almost in the start of the credits.
Where he's just making his glove. That was the part that freaked me out when I was a kid, was him like making that glove. It wasn't even her getting chased through the boiler room. Yeah. Just the music going and him making his glove was enough to just have me
go out of there.
Leave the room. Yeah.
Okay, anyways, I thought the beginning was good. That's because my mind went.
Of course, yeah. The music's pretty iconic too, that little do, do, do,
do. Music was good.
Yeah.
And it fit the scene usually too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This movie, or this series of movies, New Line Cinema is now like a major studio, like up there with Paramount and everybody.
Oh, wow.
And they call it the house that Freddy built, because this was like their first
How many did they make?
Of this,
Freddy.
The Nightmare on Elm Streets, they made, not counting the remake, they made 7.
Wow.
Yeah, and the series goes in some different directions. It kind of, the second one, like I say, they weren't sure what to do with Freddy. They weren't sure what to do, and it was not a good movie. And then the third one, they figured it out. They got a formula together that really, really worked. In fact, for some people, that's their favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Not for me, but it is very, very good. And then 3, 4, and 5 together almost form like a trilogy in the middle, which is not that uncommon for a lot of slasher movies. For whatever reason, these long-running slasher movies seem to find like after the first movie, they form a trilogy, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then the 6th one everybody hates, and then the 7th one everybody likes again.
Did they finally kill off Krueger forever?
Well, they kill him off in every movie. I mean, that's how these go, right?
Yeah, okay.
And then there's actually a Freddy versus Jason movie. So, Jason from Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Everybody was dreaming of it, and eventually in the early 90s, though actually it took a long time, longer than that to get the movie made, but in the early 90s, New Line, the guys who made this movie, got the rights to Jason.
Oh, okay.
And they actually made a Friday the 13th movie. The funny thing is, I guess maybe they got a better deal for it or something. They got the rights to Jason the character, but they didn't get the rights to Friday the 13th. So when they made it, they didn't call the character, they didn't call the movie Friday the 13th, the Friday the 13th movie they made.
Yeah.
They call it Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah. Okay.
And when they made Freddy versus Jason, and then they made Jason X, which is the 10th movie, and it's him in space. Again, they can't use the name Friday the 13th because they didn't, for whatever reason, they didn't buy that. And then the last one is Freddy versus Jason. So for whatever reason, New Line Cinema did not bother getting all the rights. They just bought what they needed and left everything else behind.
Well, it worked for them, I guess.
I guess, they were all about making money, saving money.
Have you seen them all?
I've seen them all, yeah.
Wow.
I've seen them all. I think there's a lot of long-running slasher or horror series, and this is definitely one of the better ones.
Okay.
Even the later ones, which they're not as good. Like, I really like this one, I really like the third one, but even like the fourth, fifth, and sixth, Freddy is like he's the supernatural slasher, right? He's magic and stuff.
Yeah, he is.
And then Jason, like, he's kind of a zombie later on, but he never really has like magical powers. Maybe he can teleport. That's one theory, but don't worry about that.
No.
But Freddy has these magical powers, and his kills are really creative. Like,
oh, good.
Well, it is. It
Why
is.
not
It's
have
fun.
a really creative? Don't just stab somebody.
Well, that's
chase
it.
them around and
Chase him
up
around,
through the bar
turn him into a
and-
cockroach. Like,
or have something come out of your mouth or something.
No, but in the later movies, he turns a girl into a cockroach. Oh yeah, no, he's it's.
Those are the magical powers. You don't
Those
see
are
in
the
this
magical.
one.
No, exactly.
Except I thought the magic was that he could kind of disappear and go through things.
And he definitely can do that. But no, by the later ones, he is truly like doing all sorts of stuff. I mean, he turns into a cockroach in her dreams, and then in the real world, she dies in a different way. So it's dream magic. but it's just, like, as a horror fan, the movies are not the greatest. The characters and scripts and blah blah blah. But if you're gonna watch a movie that's not that great, at least it's got some cool special effects in it. In fact, they had
they all lived in this one. They all got in the Cadillac and drove off.
Well, but and I think.
Except the mom, she got dragged in.
Yeah, and like the worst fake-looking dummy gets dragged through the window. It's like the worst mannequin out of a department store I've ever seen. But whatever, Yeah. So Wes Craven had a big career. This was a good start for him, and like I said, he became like the sort of Hollywood guy, the sort of Hollywood director, horror director. And Johnny Depp did well, and that's about it for the people who had really. Well. I guess some of the behind the scenes people probably did. I mean, certainly.
Yeah, they did the special effects or something.
Yeah, he did. Well, all the special effects guys. The 80s was a big time. What was your favorite part? I know. It doesn't have to be a specific thing. Was it the script? Was it the music? Well, what was your favorite part? Character?
Well, I actually thought the story was. Because it had a story, and Freddy was the key person, but it had a sequence, and I like that. But I could follow that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And of course, and like I say, the special effects were really good. And all that. So much as I hate to say it, it was a good movie.
It was a pretty good movie.
But I won't watch it again.
No, you don't have to.
You don't have
to. I will tell you and tell our audience, at some point we're probably going to watch part 3, because I really like part 3,
okay.
and I think you'll enjoy it. It's less horror. I think a lot of horror series become less horrific as they go along. It's still horror for sure, but I think you'll find it very fun. It is a very fun movie. As strange as that sounds, but now that you've seen a few more horror movies, they're not they're fun movies. They're escapist entertainment.
They are escapism, yeah.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you escape on the wrong side of the tracks.
You escape into a nightmare.
Let's escape into the good side.
Well, that's what our next
At
movie
my
will
age,
be.
I like to escape good.
Okay, well, you know what? That gives me a little. That gives me a mandate. We'll make sure the next one that we watch tomorrow, actually, will be something lighter. I think.
I don't mind.
No, I know you don't. Yeah. In fact, now that we do our vote, I think we're going to find that we're both on the
I'll
same
give it a
page.
thumbs up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think of this one, and compared to part 3, let us know which one's better. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Take care, guys and girls.
Everybody. Non-binaries.